Today I'm going to be talking about the things I love about South Africa. What's good, T gang? It is your girl T. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, then hit the subscribe button down below and turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video. Today I'm going to be talking about the things I love about South Africa. Lately I've been making South African content because I have been living in South Africa for quite some time, and I thought, hey, why not share some South African content? So in my previous videos I was doing a comparison between South Africa and Zimbabwe, but today's video I will be talking about things I actually love about living in South Africa. But let me say things I love about South Africa. So I hope you stay tuned and you watch this video until the very end. If you're new to this channel, then hit that subscribe button down below. Let's get to 1K subscribers, guys. So the first thing I love the first thing I love about South Africa is the respect that people have here. I'm talking about general respect. I can give an example of when you're just walking in the street and you meet someone, you greet. Especially an elder, you greet. Sanbonani, Dumelan Baholu, something like that, you greet. So it's not something I was used to when I came in South Africa. I just knew that when you're passing in the street, you see a stranger, you just pass and go where you're going. But here in South Africa, I realized that they actually do respect, especially elders, a lot. If you're passing an elder, you greet. Number two that I actually loved about South Africa, the infrastructure and the beauty of the country. We cannot take away that from them. The country has good infrastructure. The country is so beautiful. Not wherever you go, in most places you go, it's just generally a beautiful country. It's not like you see a bad background, bad roads and ugly infrastructure, old beat up buildings. It's not like that. Of course there are some areas that are like that, but I'm talking in general. The country is beautiful in general. It has good infrastructure in general, and I love that about the country, which makes it so easy for us vloggers and Instagrammers to take our pictures, to vlog in a beautiful place, guys, without worrying about I can't take in this area because it's so beautiful, it's so ugly. I can't take in this place because I have to crop it out. We don't worry about that in general. So it is generally a beautiful country with good infrastructure. The other thing I love about South Africa is it is affordable to live in South Africa. The cost of living is generally affordable, especially in places like Gauteng. Of course, it depends where in Gauteng you are, because I was in Pretoria West. It was generally an affordable neighborhood when I was living there. Of course, places like Mpumalanga, where I grew up in, it is a generally affordable place and province to live in. It is not so expensive, and it is a beautiful province which is affordable to live in with beautiful scenery. People from Mpumalanga, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when you think of places like Graskop, when you think of places like God's Window, that belt when you're going down to Sabi, Nelspruit, you know that place is very, very beautiful. Mpumalanga is a nice place to live in. If you are a foreigner trying to relocate to South Africa and you're thinking, where should I relocate to, Mpumalanga is one of the places to be. I vouch for it. Another thing I loved about South Africa is there's freedom of speech. You can talk without fearing anything. You can talk, you are free to talk, you're free to voice out your opinions, politically wise or any other way. You are free to voice your opinions without being scared or without the fear of what will be the consequences of me voicing out my opinions. Another thing I loved is that culturally we are not that different. Zimbabweans and South Africans were not that different culturally, so it was so easy for me to move here and adjust to living in South Africa, because when I think about the languages, they're not quite that different, because Shona and Venda are quite similar, and we have a lot of similar words that actually mean the same thing. So that is Shona and Venda. And we also have Ndebele in Zimbabwe. We have Ndebele here, which makes it so easy for us to understand the Nguni languages. So it's another thing I loved about South Africa. Then South Africans are free spirits. When you talk about free spirits, guys, free spirited, you can just see someone dancing in a shop. You can see someone just dancing in a garage. When I first arrived, I was like, oh my god, how does someone just stop and hear a nice song that they love and just start dancing? How does one person do that? I was like, how do you just stop and say, oh, let me just, you know what, let me just dance in the middle of this shop? How to say, let me just stop and dance at this garage? Like, they're so free spirited, they're happy people. You know, in Zimbabwe, when you think it's okay, I'm just gonna stop here and dance at a garage, like people are gonna look at you funny, like, are you normal up here? So it's that thing of you're always just restricted to being like on the straight and narrow. It's unlike here where you just free spirited, you can just do anything without just having to worry about a lot of things, you know. So it was a nice thing. And another thing is, you know, you can just meet someone at a shop, at a shopping complex, and they just come to you, hi, how are you? And somar, they start telling you their stories, they start telling you a lot of things. And I adjusted to this. Before, I used to be so like skeptical, like, why does one person just walk up to me and they start talking so much? I don't understand. But now I adjusted. I know, okay, there are some people who can just walk up to you and start talking, and then I get into it. I start engaging in the conversation. I start talking to the person. I even start talking about my own life, you know, because also in life, you know, you meet people who are going through a lot and they just want to talk to a stranger. And it's better to talk to a stranger sometimes because they're not going to go around spreading your news. They don't know you anyway. So I also started to engage in this culture of saying I can just meet a stranger at the mall. Hi, how are you? Then I start talking about my problems. I mean, I'm never going to meet this person again. They're never gonna spread my stories. So it's a good thing that I actually loved, because I take out what's on, I take off what's on my chest and give it onto someone that I don't know, and I'm good. South Africans are so proud of their culture. They're proud of their country, and it's a good thing. I loved that. I love people who are proud of their culture. They're proud of their roots. You can see, even when you walk in the malls, you can sometimes find people wearing their cultural clothes, which is not so common where I come from, that you can find someone wearing their cultural clothes. Another thing I realized is that people here are so religious. um they're very religious, so a lot of people take church very seriously. A lot of people take church very seriously, like, you need to go to church. They are so religious. They know that we need to go to church. We are Christians, or most of the people that I've met. So if you're a cultural person, you know that I am a cultural person and you take pride in that. If you're a Christian, you know that I'm a Christian and you take pride in that. So I love that, the pride that they have in whatever they believe in. So the last thing I want to mention is that the patience that the teachers have in school with the students, that one is very close to my heart. Guys, we need to be patient with students. So most teachers where I come from are not that patient, the way teachers are patient here. And I love that, you know, when a student doesn't understand anything, they are so patient. They take time with the student. They are patient and they try by all means, guys. They try by all means to make the student understand, so that they can understand and get along with the whole class, you know. And so we can move on as a whole class, not to leave other students behind. I absolutely love that. In schools, what teachers are doing, it's a very good thing South African teachers are doing, and of course other foreign teachers that are in South Africa. So guys, we've reached the end of this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, please hit the subscribe button, take me to 1,000 subscribers, and turn on your post notifications to get notified every time I post a video. And guys, I hope I'll see you in my next video. If you have any other suggestions on South African content, please leave it down below and I will definitely make a video on it. Bye.